Hello, good evening, everybody. It's very late. It's 10:39 in Birmingham, UK. How are you? Just want to do a quick video. I've been struggling because I'm doing this video with my laptop. I normally do videos with my on my phone, but I decided to use my laptop tonight, and God, I've been struggling to upload some stuff. So anyway, as you can see on the caption, it's just something that I came across today, um, talking about blocking people on social media. And you can see Annie Idibia there. These days we tend to take what we see on social media with, you tend to filter it. So I honestly don't know if she made that statement, but they put her name is from a verified TikTok handle, sorry, Instagram handle, so I'm believing that she said it. But when I read it, I'm like, okay, this is very interesting. This is very interesting if she said it. And I decided to just think about it. At first I thought, yeah, blocking people, you know let me just read what she wrote. She wrote, life is too short to argue. Block them and sleep peacefully. And I'm like, yes, I 100% agree with what she said. But if you look at my caption, I had to think again to say, okay, is it really a form of self-respect? Or people might argue that you are being emotionally immature, that you can't control your emotions, kind of like self-control. That's why you have to block people. You don't have enough self-awareness to manage your emotions. But is it really that, or is it a form of creating boundaries, just telling that person, please back off, I honestly don't want anything to do with you? So share your thoughts in the comment section, what you think. And have you blocked people before? I bet you have. I didn't used to block people. I honestly didn't even know how to block people until a couple of years ago, and I was so angry because of what somebody did. I'm like, I don't even want to see this person again. I was looking for how to block. I had to go to Google to research how to block a person on Facebook, and to be honest, I think that's the best thing since sliced bread, because I just blocked that person and I felt peace immediately. I'm like, okay, just go, bye bye. So when I saw this come up again, I'm like, okay, let me do a bit of research on it. And we just discussed. So blocking people on social media, do you really agree? For me, I 100% agree. 100% agree that blocking people just gives you that peace of mind. And what that means is that they can't see your post anymore, they can send you messages, they can't even interact on your platform. If you have, say you have a very engaging platform, maybe you've got a page that's very engaging, and then people like to come, and then people like to abuse their time there. Maybe some people try to abuse you, or maybe it's just your friend or your family that have done something that's really annoyed you, and you thought, let me block this person for my peace of mind. Yeah. So what that does is that it limits unwarranted or unwanted contact or interaction with those people that, or that person that, just giving you that negative vibe. So blocking them, just, you just go to sleep. You don't see these people again. But the only thing is, I'm trying to be very objective here, because I thought about it. The only thing is, say you've blocked this person on social media, what if you see them on the way? Obviously you can walk past them, but what if these people are actually your family? We'll get to that part soon anyway. So blocking people, it just limits that unwanted contact or interaction with them. And the good thing is, it creates boundaries. It just creates boundaries. Say, do you know what, step back, I don't want you in my social media space, because my social media space can also be my personal space, so I don't want you in that place. Just stay back. So that's creating boundaries with blocking. And why do we really do it? Back to the actual topic. Is it a form of self-care, like self-respect? I would agree. I do agree, because when you block that person, you are just limiting exposure to negative vibe. There would definitely be a reason why you decide to block that person. There would be something that that person has done that you're like, oh my god, I do not want to go through this again, and you decide to block that person. So you're just limiting that exposure to that negative vibe, that toxic influence from that person. You're just limiting it, and it's a form of self-respect. You actually know what you want for yourself, and you actually care about your mental health. You care about your psychological space, and just trying to block people off that would mess up your mind. And it also protects privacy. So remember, we're talking about blocking people on social media. Is it a form of self-respect, or is a form of emotional immaturity? So the positives of it is that it also protects your privacy. You know, it's not everybody that should have access to you via social media. So you blocking them, you're just telling that person that, okay, stay back, I want my privacy. And it's also a very bold statement of not wanting to engage any further. Say you've been arguing back and forth, you know, there are lots of fights on social media these days, and there are lots of bullying as well. So if you happen to be in a situation like that, hopefully you are not the aggressor. You know, you just block the person, because people tend to bully people on social media these days. And social media is meant to be a safe space for engagement, for positive communication. But when people abuse it, you know, the best is just to block them. I do not want to engage any further. You know, and it also provides a sense of control. Blocking people provides a sense of control. You just have control over your space. You have control over who you want to let into your psychological space. So it's very good, and it reduces your stress and anxiety. You know, that person that's giving you headache, you know, to be honest, there are some people that you see, probably because of what's happened before. You know how argumentative they are, how troublesome they are. You just don't want that fight. You're like, okay, just stay there and I'm here. So just blocking them reduces your stress and your overall anxiety level. But people can manage stress better or differently. But for me, I block, and with no apology. Lastly, it creates a safer psychological space for you, like I said before. Yeah, so there are loads of positive to blocking. I tell you, there are loads of positive to blocking. Somebody might say, oh, are you advocating for blocking now, just blocking people because you can't communicate reasonably with them? No, that's not the point. There are sometimes you've exhausted all reasonable avenue to engage, to communicate, and it's not going anywhere. Why wasting time? Like Annie Dibia said, if she said it, she said, life is too short. Life is too short to keep arguing, to keep going back and forth. If we cannot agree to disagree, then I block you. I block you and sleep peacefully, like she said. Now, what about if it's a family member? That's what I thought when I first saw this. After agreeing at first, I thought, okay, what if it's a family member? You've had an argument and you quickly go and block that person. Well, it depends. One, it depends if that fight was actually on social media in the first place. Say you had a social media fight with that family member of yours, and you really feel like blocking, I would block, honestly. But again, it depends on who that family member is, how close you are to that relative. But on the flip side, a very close relative will not engage you on social media. That's the plain truth. A very close relative will not engage you negatively on social media. You've got other avenues that you can engage with your close relatives. So the fact that you brought it to social media, that's a no. Okay. And another thing I saw was that family doesn't mean that they are entitled to everything that you do. You know, just because you're family, mind you, family is so broad. It could be your siblings, it could be your cousins, it could be third, fourth generation families, you know. So when I say family, I'm talking about family as a whole, you know. So not everyone should be entitled to everything you do on social media. Sometimes you just want your space, you know, and you decide to block them, as long as there is no it's not maliciously done. Okay, and even if say you had problem with them and you decide to block them for your own mental uh, uh, um, um stress reduction, so be it. Okay, and that's it really. So just share your thoughts. Is it really good to block people? Is it a sign of emotional instability or emotional immaturity, or is it a sign of self-control, self-respect? So share your thoughts, and I hope you have a good day. Have a good night, actually, because it's night here. Bye.